This week, I really want to talk about discipline and mindset. Okay, this has been on my mind a lot lately. And what I mean by that, guys, is that everybody in this room has some sort of level of discipline. In order for us to have a level of discipline, we had to do a couple things to be in this room, right? We had to save enough money to join this group. We had to build our business. We had to go out on a limb and take a risk, right? We've got some discipline in our life. But a lot of the things that we are disciplined on are the things that we like doing. Things that we like doing are, teaching, shooting on the range. Andy really likes being in his machine shop. I mean, you can look behind him and see this is his life, right? Murph is a huge fitness guy. And in order to be a fitness guy, you've got to be disciplined every single day. It's not, the days that you don't want to go to the gym, you're still going to go to the gym, right? Discipline is really comes in when we don't like to do the thing. And if you want to be where your business should be, your frustration and tolerance needs to be higher than that of your competition. The amount that you are willing to suffer for your idea, for your business, for your dream, the amount that you are willing to suffer for that needs to be higher than your competition. And what I mean by that is when I look at the people who are really successful in this group, Jim, Murph, Shawnee, Mike, right? You guys are all really you guys are killing it right now. I'm going to ask you, Shawnee, you can unmute because Shawnee, you're actually one of the first people that have ever joined the coaching program this year, right? So when I came back from cancer, you were among the first 10 or so people. So you've been in the group for a long time. Shawnee, I got to ask you, how frustrated were you when you first got into Momentum HQ and you had to build your first funnel? How frustrated were you?
Still frustrated. No, super frustrated. Every single time that you think you get it right, something else comes to your mind and you try to make it better and you get frustrated all over again. Just seeing the workflows start to work and you making progress is worth it.
So that's what my second question was going to be. Now, looking back at what you experienced in February, how frustrated you were about getting started, looking back, was the suffering that you went through worth it?
Absolutely.
100, hands down, right? Jim,
Hands down.
Jim, I'm going to go to you and I'm going to ask the same question. When you first started with your automations and you first started with your process here, how frustrated were you? And you're muted. So
learning anything new is frustrating, but trying to, the whole process for us was new. Shoot, I've been in e-commerce for a lot of years and never encountered anything like this. Funnels were foreign to me. And I mean, I forgot who it was last week, but we were talking spending, hours and hours and hours just trying to make the simple things work. It took a little bit of work, took patience and time, but I'm now at the point now. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I had a conversation with Shawnee earlier this week, which was just fantastic. Just about you start seeing growth. I mean, I've got right now with way we're marketing, I've got my flows bringing dealers back in, rebooking appointments, and my flows are letting me know, and it is so neat to see what I used to do manually now happening 100% behind the scenes. So yeah, it's neat to see. I'm looking forward to what we're going to do with all of this automation next year, but it's been fun.
And there have been times where Jim has been just out of his mind frustrated. And, and again, looking back on that, Jim, was it worth it?
100%. Yep.
100%.
Absolutely.
So for those of us who are at a point where they know Momentum HQ is the solution, they've been in the group for a little bit, they're a little bit frustrated on progress. If you want to get to where your business is going to be, all you have to do is more than your competition. You have to be willing to suffer for what you want. And because on the other side of suffering is greatness. On the other side of the suffering that Shawnee went through in the beginning of this course, I remember the calls where she would get on the phone and almost cussing because she was so frustrated. But you know what? She's winning right now. She's winning bigly. For every $100 that Shawnee puts into Facebook, she's getting like $1,000 or $2,000 back. She has done it, right? And so so today really is about that mindset, is that you are so close, right?